Hi, it's Plague Dr. Edward here. I wish to greet you, those of you who I consider my friends. Those of you I would prescribe antidotes to if I were into that sort of thing. I just don't really do antidotes, though. I'm sorry. But don't worry, my killing is broad spectrum. It's broad spectrum. It affects everyone. Even I am not immune, but I'm very resistant. So we've been warring with the sun for generations, my group and I. It's just too big. Although I can put a canopy over the planet blocking out the sun, it's still going to have effects. Although this is very discouraging, we are looking for new ways to kill the sun. If you have any ideas on how to do that, please comment below. Tired of its shit. Tired of its intrusion upon my life with its light and its rays. Giving all the plants free food with their chlorophyll and such. I just, it's teaching people the wrong things. They're self-sufficient. They have some sort of agency to themselves. Nothing could be further from the truth. You're just a pitiful worm. Your beliefs and opinions do not matter. Your thoughts are low and dumb, like yourself. There are a few exceptional humans, and to them I wish to be compatriot. Still, I have to kill you. Not personal. On a personal note, though, I wish to share something very private. I've been feeling very lackluster lately. I've been a little down. Do you understand? Something about this killing that wears on me. It's the inability to put your hands around someone's neck and just really watch the life drain from their eyes like a psychopath. I really crave this. I don't get enough of it because I don't get any. I'm not allowed to kill anyone. Apparently I'm subject to the same rules of law as you fucking idiots. Now international law is how I loophole into doing all the chemical murders, all the dropsies. But I find myself in a bit of a depressive slump. A very depressive slump. You understand? You ever go through that? Crisis of some faith or something? As my main compatriots are a star people, I tried to contact a ship, if there's a local one, for reassignment, but I've not been able to get through. No one's returned any of my emails, so that's looking pretty grim. I don't know what's going on, if there's some sort of breakthrough. We are constantly at war in space, you know. One of the things you must know as a spacefaring people when you begin your travels outside of the dome that you're in, you know you're in a dome. Let us. I poke you. I hope all is going well. There are no updates, though. I can't psychically sense any of my liked beings. As I've told you before, I am a weaver. I don't know if you know this about me. Weavers are very peculiar creatures. If you look into the D&D lore about a weaver, you're like, yeah, it's a dragon that doesn't have arms. She's got the wings and the tail and the legs. This one has not the legs. Weaverns don't have legs. Their back half is snaky. I've got legs. I split my tail into two pieces and genetically attached some feet onto the two limbs, which I cloned my own bottom half of my snaky tailbone, clipped it in half, putting a new second half to make legs out of some vibranium metals. It's a type of metal. Perhaps you've seen I think it was your Panther guy. What's his name? From some black hero. Has to be a black superhero because black people have been isolated. They don't identify properly with Superman's fucking Nazi superiority complex and shit. The Superman programming will open up a lot of your off-world DNA, but it is not accessible to you who have not worked out your Batman programming. The Batman programming causes you to initially confront your own fears. That's what I'm doing at this time. I'm confronting my own fears and feeling overwhelmingly sad that I can't choke anybody out. You need to choke a bitch out. But now, see, let's get back on track. The Wyvern is a very poisonous creature. What they do is they kill with the poison they create from their venom sacs, as I have mine here still. They contribute a lot to my diseases. I like to dilute it and then add some other things to give you a real twister. A real twister. So what is happening is Wyverns will fight one another, but they are horribly repelled by the other poisons the Wyverns produce. They will try to fight each other and spit poison into the other opponent's mouth, causing him to lose. Or, while they are fighting and closely locking their jaw to contain the poison they wish to spit into their opponent's mouth, one will inadvertently become stressed by the fight and swallow some of their own poison, at which time they lose the match between the two. If a Wyvern has a kill and its poisons erupt from the victim upon the earth, then all of that has to be over poisoned by the Wyvern. There can be no tolerance for another plague doctor's venom. A Wyvern. Deal with it. From space, bitches. So as you see here, this is my moniker. This is actually a 3D model of my mother. Right after she gave birth to me, she made eggs. There was an artist that he is no longer with us. He succumbed. He was poisoned shortly after making this rendition of my mother for his insolent attempts to capture the glory of her slitheriness. She ate him later on. But we got this as a trinket. We are reminded that some of you are very great artists and must die. My mother had no problem being able to kill people. She was a monster. She remained in monster form. In monster form, it is legal to kill humans, and thus it is very satisfactory to the beingness that one has if you're able to kill your enemy and feel them die watching it. It's very gratifying to you, especially if you have a lot of hate for them that you've cultivated over the eons of time, even before your incarnation upon this earth at this time in your monkey suits. You people like to think you are superior. You're nothing. You're a worm. We crush you, we eat you, we destroy you. Period. We don't negotiate with you. Some of you I choose to be friends with on a personal level. Once we can separate business from pleasure, I would like to do that. But none of you have what it takes to sustain a meaningful conversation about the ins and outs of a subjective and non-subjective worldview. So, there it is. Some people claim, hey, what's going on? I don't agree with that. We've all clearly limited ourselves to a certain amount of time, so we're going to disengage from communicating. We just thought we'd look for some ideas. We thought we'd throw a toe into the old water and see if we could get some back and forth from you people. Like I say, I admire you. All the killing and chaos that we bring you, you persevere and survive nonetheless. Some of you do. Many of you are dead due to my actions. This is greatly pleasing to me. But none of you have yet felt the cold, icy grip of my hands around your throat, and I'm looking forward to that. Perhaps I'll put out a Craigslist ad, see if anybody would like to be choked to fucking death.